Hello everybody, welcome back to my SnowRunner playthrough. We are back in Smithville Dam. As you can see, I've got the white Western Star with the semi-trailer attached, and we are going to get one load of metal beams from here and then take them through to Smithville Dam. And I'm just using this trailer for that reason, for that task. Trying to do it so that I don't clip through the building because the camera behaviours here is quite strange. So this is for the materials order contract. Too far away to be able to lift that for a minute, so I've got to drag it closer to me to be able to get the leverage to lift it. That should do. And then put it on the trailer. So these metal beams need to be delivered to the quarry, and to do that I will probably transfer the beams onto the Fleetstar and use that for that delivery. I'm just using this truck while I'm here to save having to bring the Fleetstar back to this location, since I need to move this trailer anyway for other deliveries. So restore the crane, pack the cargo. Just gonna get the one. I could get two, but then I would have to work out where to store it. The second one. I do need multiple iron metal beams, but the sequence of the contracts would make it inconvenient for me to have a second one of those on the trailer now. So I am using the Fleetstar and knocking over all of the safety signs because the road's not actually closed anymore because we fixed it. So yeah, going to drive this lorry up through to the garage area of Smithville Dam and park it somewhere so that we can then move to the next step of doing this contract. Okay, so here we are in Smithville Dam with the trailer and metal beam. I'm going to park it in here for a moment while I then do a separate part of the same task with the Fleetstar. I have a plan in my head and I will explain the bits of that plan as we go, but basically we'll leave that one there for a minute. Truck and cargo. We'll unpack the cargo because we are going to transfer this cargo onto the Fleetstar. So on the map I need to jump now into the Fleetstar, which is still where I left it at the end of the last episode, and I need to load a total of 3 consumables here. So crane mode, I'm going to put 2 on the truck and 1 on the trailer, and the 1 on the trailer is because I have noticed that there's a currently locked contract to deliver a variety of goods, but there's 4 items, so I may as well use this 4-slot trailer for it, and one of them is a consumable, so I'll get that collected now. So consumable number 1, not onto the trailer. Actually, I will also load 1 onto the trailer just because of reach and so on. I don't want to move this trailer in this sticky mud. And then I will put the other 2 on the truck myself. Crane mode. Move the crane, unpack and repack the cargo, and then we're gonna move out of here. Sticky stuff. Let's get it into diplock. Is there a route to turn around behind that building? Probably. So we're going to have to reverse this dolly trailer. Just need to leave this dolly trailer somewhere that I can pick it up. I don't really want to leave it in the mud here, so I will pull it out and put it somewhere near the road. There are 2 other items that I will need to load onto it when I unlock the task, and then I have to deliver those 4 items somewhere. Camera clipping weird around those buildings there, apologies for that. I'm not low on fuel. This truck's acting as if it was a little bit low on fuel there, but I guess it's just struggling a little bit with the weight of this. Interesting. Get some momentum. I think I'll leave that trailer there, actually. That's as good a place as any, really. It's out of the way and lets me get on with this task. So we're taking this, let me just check where we're going. We're taking this one, so the contract we're doing is materials order. We've got to take 2 consumables to the preacher's house, which is next to the fuel station. So that's our first drop off. And then on that same mission, there was a steel beam, or iron metal beams. I keep calling them steel beams because I've been playing Satisfactory a lot. There's a metal beams delivery needed to the quarry, and that's why we brought metal beams over in the other truck. So we'll deliver these to the preacher's house, which is near the start of the map, and then we'll go to the garage area, take the metal beams off the Fleetstar's the White Western Stars trailer, put them on this truck, and then deliver them into the quarry with this vehicle. And then the third step of that same contract requires 2 concrete slabs to be delivered, and concrete slabs are 2 slots each, so you need a minimum 4-slot trailer if you're going to do it in one trip, and that's why the White Western Star is here. Right, I just needed to enable the HUD items there. I had disabled them for thumbnail screenshot purposes earlier. So here's the delivery point for these two consumables. That's that step of this mission done. Check my fuel while I'm here. Yeah, I'm okay for a minute. So up to the garage, grab that metal beam off the semi-trailer that we've parked at the garage and get that delivered. Next. That same house that we've just left does have a scout fuel carrier task, and assuming that's full, that's 800 litres, so 900 litres capacity, but we need to leave 10% in, so that's 800 litres of fuel that we can appropriate for our own purposes. So that'll help a little bit with my fuel dilemma on this map, because I am running out. In the last episode I had to do a little, not too significant, but I had to do a little fuel recovery mission with the Chevy pickup truck, because this Fleetstar ran out of fuel partway around the map. Partly my mistake, not fueling up properly in the first place, but there aren't too many fuel options on this map, whereas there are lots on Island Lake, so I may end up bringing some of those Island Lake fuel carriers back here so that I've got enough fuel on this map to do the missions without having to buy more than the bare minimum. So this metal beam needs to be delivered to the quarry. So we're going to transfer it over. Right, so I think this will be the first time into the quarry. So we just drive down, fuel up here, and then quarry. It's quite interesting to get into because of the way these spiral roads work, but which is basically why I don't want to go down there with the trailer on. Something like that should work, though. Let's do it. Yeah, getting pretty low in this trailer now, down to 425 litres, so less than 25% capacity. We do have quite a few side tasks to do on this map because we haven't really done very many at all. So there are quite a few vehicle rescues needed, trailer rescues, and various other things, a couple of scouting missions. There's quite a lot to do on this map still. But I am going to push on with the main contracts for now, and then decide how and when I want to tackle the side tasks and contests. And again, probably as with Black River, probably leave the contest until nearly last. Not for any particular reason, it's just a kind of climax to do in the map. Right, so this looks pretty dodgy. That's a pretty steep, nasty turn. And I think in this scenario, discretion is the better part of valor, and we will turn the vehicle around before making the descent, so that we're not doing the descent and a sharp turn at the same time. Although that is still quite a nasty looking bit of road. I'm not... Right, let's go. So I drop it into low so that I've got more control and dip lock grip if I need it. Because you would be in low coming down something like this. You'd be in the crawler gear to give yourself as much engine braking as possible. That was a little bit scary. Can't imagine being actually doing this type of delivery in the real world, and doing it for the first time coming into the quarry, and doing that in the dark as well. It's probably a daft idea. Right, this looks alright. Not as bad as the last one. Although I said we'll go over that, but I don't think we will now that I've seen it. So I think we'll hang a right and do the loop around rather than trying to climb over that. These diggers on the right there, in America, they're probably called the same thing. In the UK, I used to drive one or something like that when I was a youngster, before I changed careers. I used to drive a swing shovel, French poke lane, probably about that size, and it would be really handy sometimes for when you got vehicle recoveries to do, if you could just jump in one of them, and because the torque of the hydraulics on that would, well, it'd be as good as a crane in terms of turning things. So you see those things sat there. If I tipped my truck over in this quarry, I'd quite like to go over there and hotwire that thing and use it to recover myself. Would be a bit of fun. Right, so engine off, do this delivery. Cool. So now we've just got other things to deliver here at a later date, but in terms of this task, we've just got 2 concrete slabs to deliver. That trailer with the 2 containers on it, I don't know what that's needed for. And for now, I'm not gonna try and recover that now and pull it out, because I don't know where I need to take it anyway. Just wondering what the best route out of here is. Yeah, so dead ahead of me, there is this route, but I don't like having to do that sharp double turn to get out. So I think I'll just drive out the way I came in. Which is back. Around here, up there, out. So at some point we'll have to come in and drag that trailer out, probably with its 2 containers. So I'm sure that'll be needed for a task. I'm not entirely sure which task. And it might be that I don't want to use the Fleetstar to drag that, because as we've seen in the last episode and just a little bit at the start of this episode in the muddy stuff on the farm, this Fleetstar does seem to struggle a little bit if it's pulling a heavy trailer through sticky stuff. So I might end up bringing the Pacific down to recover that trailer. Wasn't too bad taking the Fleetstar down into the quarry. It's a little bit, because it's a downhill descent over fairly steep ramps, it's a little bit uncontrolled, and you don't want to tap the brakes and steering too hard, because it's easy to put yourself in an angle where the momentum will just take you over into a roll if you hit a rock or steer wrong. So it's a case of like almost a controlled fall to come down some of those slopes when you've got a heavy cargo on. But it coped alright, it's quite good. Let's get it up, back out. Should have probably put that into low before starting the climb, because where it paused there was because the auto gearbox had to switch to first gear, and you don't really want to be stopping on a climb, so I probably should have had it in low in the first place. Right, for now I will leave this vehicle here, because the next step of this contract I'm going to do in the White Western Star. And I could use the Fleetstar, but I'm doing it for variety really. I could use the Fleetstar to pick up a concrete slab, deliver it, and then pick up a second one and deliver it, and then do 2 trips. And it's probably not really much quicker to do it the way I'm going to, which is bring this Western Star with its trailer down. But for variety, I just want to be sat in a different truck for the second part of this task and do it in a single trip. Right. So that's the 2 lots of concrete slabs that we need. Just going to refuel from this trailer. And then take these back to the service depot at the start of the map. This is the trailer that I bought, which was a tactical error. I hadn't really thought properly about fuel in hard mode, and somebody's comment pointed out to me that there's plenty of fuel if you manage it properly. So it was basically I wasted just over 8,000 on buying the trailer and filling it up at the fuel station when I could have managed the fuel by moving it around the map. But what I might do is off camera bring fuel from Island Lake back to here in at least 2 more trailers, so that I've got a couple of fueling points on this map without having to come back to this place or buy it at the fuel station. One thing I haven't done since reconnecting, maybe I should put the brake on before I randomly roll down the hill, is pack my cargo. That's it. Two sets of concrete slabs packed, and we're taking this back now to the service depot at the start of the map near the garage. And that should complete this contract. Right, okay, so this delivery will complete the contract. Let's get it delivered. 730 XP, which is quite a nice chunk. And from the look of the messages that have just popped up, I have just leveled up. So that's level 12. I didn't read all of the things that popped up, and as I've said before, I don't think there's a way. Maybe is this it? No, that's just achievements. Broken horse, drive 1 kilometer with all broken wheels. Yeah, so level 12 will have unlocked chain tires for some vehicles, but we're not going to Alaska until we're done here, I don't think. It does get tempting, but no. So let's move this rig off the loading area and just park it for the minute here until I work out what I need to do next with it. Yeah, I can just leave it there for now. Won't hurt. Right, so I've jumped into the Fleetstar because while I was driving the White Western Star up the road, plodding up the road with the 2 concrete slabs, I was thinking to myself, if I can do 1 contract plus 1 side mission per episode, at least 1 contract and at least 1 side mission per episode, we'll get this map done and be able to move on. So what I'm doing is driving the Fleetstar back to the same service area that I've just gone to with the White Western Star. I'm going to grab some service parts and I'm going to remove the boulders from a road down past the fuel station. Okay, cargo done. Let's get these boulders and the last road task in the whole of Michigan for us. We've done all of the bridges and kind of ticked it off as being the major achievement of getting all of the bridges fixed. But actually, this is the last task that makes a difference to your navigation options. It's just such a fairly minor road that I probably won't use other than getting to that part of this map. It's not really a route that you would use to get to Island Lake, for example. So I just haven't prioritized doing it. But like I say, if we can get one contract and one side task at least done per episode, we'll get this map done that bit quicker. A lot of the other contracts now are going to require us to deliver stuff to Island Lake and Drummond Island. So contract wise, this map might not have too much more anyway, so we need to start doing the side tasks. And I could choose to do the side tasks off camera, or maybe do the side tasks in a time-lapse heavy episode of just getting stuff done quickly, but without it becoming a very, very long series of episodes, because I am really keen to go to Alaska. So I could just get stuff done without it being episodes, but I kind of want to show most of the major things that I do as part of the series, because otherwise what's the point? And I'm trying to balance that desire with the fact that the game's called SnowRunner, and I wouldn't mind seeing some snow quite soon. Right, so this is a... We've been down here in a Scout, but we've not been down here in a large vehicle before. So I'm going to take it steady. That looks like that should be an interesting trail. I wonder what the purpose of that trail is. I know it's no upgrade or anything because we've got all the upgrades. All-wheel drive. Probably stick to the right side of this. Definitely stick it into a low and get a crawler gear with dip lock going. We need to make it hard for ourselves. Past these boulders there is another Chevy pickup truck of the same model that we've already got that is ours to own. I've just not been to this part of the map to recover it yet, so I may do that as well while I'm in the area. Cargo management. Unload. Right, so that is officially the last road clearance task that we had. A little bit of money, not too much. How far down is the Chevy? It's only here. I remember this little bit of road being a little bit, maybe even further back than that. There's a little bit here where it's quite easy to tip. But I think we'll come down and get this. We also have tasks to do down this area of the map. Side tasks that require a crane and flatbed. So I'm going to come down and get the Chevy. At least tag it so that I can jump into it if I want to. It may be drivable, I'm not sure. It may be able to drive itself out. I'm not sure if it's one that needs repairs and fuel. Quite easy to tip yourself over there if you didn't drive steady through that. I probably should have put a defensive winch on the side anyway, just to give myself the better chance. It's also quite easy to tip here because it's quite a steep left-hand camber. And it's especially easy if you get stuck on this tree. So bully our way through that. That looks drivable actually. Engine off. Change into this Chevy. So it's low on fuel. What did that just say about the condition of it? The gearbox is pretty damaged, but it's not broken. Doesn't have a dip lock. And obviously it doesn't have good tyres and so on. Out of interest, I'm going to be selling this vehicle. What would it cost? 2,000. I'm not paying that because it probably doesn't have the value to justify that. So I could either put it in the back of this truck and drive it out, as in carry it out, or I could drive it out under its own steam. But I'm just going to drive it out and sell it, so let's just see how far I get with it. What we drive? So it's going to have rubbish tyres, it has no dip lock, no engine upgrade, not a lot of fuel, damaged gearbox. I'm glad we got it for free because I wouldn't have paid for it. Stock winch, so if I do roll it, it's not autonomous. Yeah, the lack of a dip lock is meaning that it's just sat there spinning. Alright, I will recover that somehow. I am going to end this episode here. I'll decide what to do off camera. Leave this one here and pick it up in the next episode to work out what I want to do on this part of the map. Given my fuel situation, I probably will end up just going back and refueling. But that's enough for one episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed making it, and hopefully see you in the next episode. Cheers, bye.